Oh dear Taurus, come closer. Let your breath soften just for this moment as you listen. If your heart has felt like a tender, bruised thing, achingly heavy or perhaps beating so fast with an unknown anticipation that you can hardly catch it, know that this message, finding you right now on this day, May the 8th of 2025, is no mere chance. It is a whisper, a gentle insistence from the universe, meant only for your soul, a soul that understands the deep, unspoken language of stillness and the quiet tremors of the earth. And perhaps, just perhaps, these words might touch that place within you so profoundly, so tenderly, that tears, like a cleansing rain, may fall, not from sorrow, but from a deep, profound recognition of all you are and all you have silently carried. Can you feel it, dear one? A stirring within, as if the very air around you holds its breath, or perhaps rushes past in a blur you cannot quite grasp. There is a sense of profound inner work unfolding, a quiet turning within the deep chambers of your heart. You may not have a name for it, this feeling of being suspended between worlds, between what was and what is yet to be. This is the universe gently holding you in a space of sacred pause, like the energy of the hanged man in the quiet tarot wisdom, asking you not to struggle, but to see your world, your life, your very self, from a new, tender perspective. It is in this stillness, this sometimes uncomfortable suspension, that the most profound truths are whispered to the soul, and I sense, with a clarity that touches my own heart, that this period of deep introspection may be stirring feelings of confusion, especially in the sacred spaces of your relationships, or even in the grander path your life is taking. Does it feel as though a mist has settled, obscuring the way forward, making you question whether to advance with courage or to retreat into the known? This sensation, this blurring of the lines, perhaps echoes the feeling of the lover's card when it appears reversed. A gentle nudge that speaks of choices of the heart that feel misaligned, or a longing for a connection that mirrors the truth of your own soul's vibration. But listen, dear Taurus, and let this sink deep into your being. The universe never abandons its beloved children, especially not a soul as steadfast and true as yours. This uncertainty is not a punishment, nor a sign that you are lost. Oh no, it is the sacred ground upon which your deepest growth is cultivated. The urge to push, to control, to force clarity where it has not yet bloomed, release it, let it go like a sigh. For the more you strain against the current, the more the waters will resist. This applies to the delicate dance of love, the aspirations of your worldly path, and the tender unfolding of your own becoming. If a particular connection has been a source of quiet heartache or relentless overthinking, I invite you, just for now, to cease the striving. Breathe. Can you feel that? A gentle expansion. Trust this unfolding. These relationships, especially those that bring these intricate knots of confusion, are profound teachers, sent to illuminate something vital within you. Perhaps the strength of your own boundaries, the unwavering truth of self-love, or the courage to acknowledge when another's energy no longer resonates with the song of your spirit. Instead of forcing a resolution, could you perhaps create a sacred space around it, allowing what is true and aligned to flow towards you with effortless grace? The right heart, the right shift, will arrive when the divine timing is perfect, not a moment sooner, not a moment late. And this same gentle wisdom, this same call to trust the flow, extends to your endeavors in the world, to the resources that sustain you. If a sense of urgency, a feeling of time slipping through your fingers, has been your companion, know that forcing solutions now will only scatter your precious energy. Instead, draw back. Find that calm center within you, that unshakable core of Taurian strength, and from that place of quiet, assess. What truly makes your spirit sing? What ignites that spark of purpose within you? If your current path feels barren, if it does not quicken your pulse with a sense of aliveness, then perhaps the universe is gently guiding you to explore new avenues, to paint your work with the vibrant hues of your innate creativity. This creative wellspring, dear one, is a powerful, almost magical force within you today. Reawaken a dormant passion, lose yourself in the embrace of nature. Do anything that allows your joy to breathe, to expand. Your spiritual companions, those unseen guides who walk beside you, whisper of balance. There is a potent energy, a drive to achieve, to push forward, but without the balancing grace of receiving, of reflecting, of simply being, this energy can become depleting. You need the gentle dance of both, the giving and the receiving, the action and the stillness. Could you begin your day by weaving an intention of calm, of deep connection with your higher self? A few quiet moments with a journal, the solace of meditation, or even the uninhibited joy of dancing to the rhythm of your own heart. These small acts of devotion can transform the landscape of your entire day, allowing it to unfold with a smoother, more sacred rhythm. And pay gentle heed to the moon, that celestial mother who sways the tides of our emotions. Her phases mirror our own inner cycles. If the currents feel particularly strong today, that is perfectly all right. Breathe through it. Allow. Remember that your happiness, your true and lasting abundance, is not found in relentless struggle, but is intrinsically woven with the threads of joy, playfulness, and creativity you allow into your life. Life itself is not meant to be an endless trial, but a sacred journey of finding delight in the unfolding, and in doing so, opening your arms wide to the flow of infinite blessings. Focus on what brings light to your spirit and how you can extend that light, that authentic sparkle, in service to others from a place of genuine overflow. Your soul, dear Taurus, flourishes when it is deeply aligned with its most authentic expression. Any endeavor pursued merely for the sake of doing, without that core resonance of joy, will inevitably feel misaligned. So I ask you, what small act can you undertake today to honor your own joy? How can you infuse your unique essence into the fabric of this day? And hold this affirmation close to your heart. Let it be a balm. Even in the midst of challenges, divine solutions are gently unfolding for me. These moments that test you, they are not here to diminish your light, but to refine it, to help you blossom into the magnificent being the universe knows you are. For indeed, a significant shift is stirring, a change so profound, it feels like the very wheel of fortune is beginning its slow, deliberate, yet powerful turn in your favor. You have walked through shadows, faced trials that have tested your remarkable resilience, but the momentum is changing, dear one. Expect whispers of good news, perhaps in your work, or a gentle easing in your financial concerns. New cycles are dawning, and the universe is undeniably arranging circumstances for your highest good. If a new door is creaking open, a new role, a heartfelt project, trust that the timing is ripe for you to step through. And with this turning comes the radiant, nurturing energy of the Empress. Can you feel her embrace? She is the promise of abundance, of fertility in all its forms, the growth of your dreams, the prosperity that flows from aligned action, the deep, nurturing love that your heart so deeply craves. If you have been waiting patiently for a sign that your efforts, your silent prayers, have been heard, this is it. The seeds you have sown, both in the outer world and in the quiet garden of your inner landscape, are beginning to bear the most beautiful fruit. What you have longed for, be it love that feels like home, stability that calms your soul, or the triumphant realization of a cherished aspiration, is drawing nearer. Your devotion has not been in vain. The universe itself is your steadfast supporter. Of course, this blossoming doesn't negate the journey you've undertaken. The steadfast energy of the Knight of Pentacles mirrors your own Taurian spirit, that unwavering dedication, that patient, methodical approach to building something real and lasting. Though the path may have felt arduous at times and progress may have seemed slow as winters thaw, the rewards that are coming are solid, tangible, and deeply deserved. Continue to lay your foundations with care, with meticulous planning, knowing that you are crafting a future of enduring strength and security. And then, after all the effort, after the turning and the blossoming, comes the promise of the 10 of Cups. Oh, Taurus, this is the tender sigh of contentment, the warmth of true emotional fulfillment, the deep harmony that settles in the heart when all feels right with your world. This speaks of connections that are not fleeting, but are built on a foundation of mutual respect, deep understanding, and a love that feels like coming home. Whether this manifests in a deepening of existing bonds or the arrival of a new soul who brings this profound sense of completion, know that this quality of heart-centered joy is your divine birthright. So, when we look at the tapestry of this day, dear Taurus, we see the universe gently asking you to navigate any lingering confusion in your heart's connections, the lovers reversed, with grace, while the grand wheel of fortune signals that profound and favorable changes are already in motion, particularly lighting up your path of work and sustenance. The Empress assures you that abundance is your natural state, that growth is inevitable, while the diligent Knight of Pentacles honors your enduring spirit and promises that your consistent efforts are building something truly beautiful and lasting. And if there are moments where you feel paused, where stillness is required, the Hanged Man, remember, it is a sacred space for recalibration, for gaining a newer, brighter perspective, leading you ultimately to that deep, soul-satisfying joy and emotional harmony of the 10 of Cups. Now, let us speak of how this gentle, loving universal energy might touch the practical shores of your life. In matters of money and your well-being, that turn of the wheel of fortune brings with it a current of auspicious energy. If you have felt a constriction, a waiting, this is when the channels begin to open. A project you have poured your heart into may finally yield its sweet rewards, or an unexpected opportunity may present itself, like a forgotten seed suddenly sprouting. There's even a whisper of a financial blessing arriving from a place you least expect. Yet this fortune is deeply connected to your own steadfastness, as the Knight of Pentacles reminds us. Your diligent work, your careful planning, your patience, these are the very things that have called this abundance forth. Continue to build with that thoughtful Taurian care, knowing you are creating security that will endure. The Empress, in her infinite generosity, confirms that the universe is on your side, amplifying your ability to draw what you need towards you. However, the quiet wisdom of the Hanged Man suggests a gentle pause before any significant financial decisions. Allow yourself a moment to reflect, to ensure your choices are aligned not with fleeting impulse, but with your deepest, long-term peace. And the numbers that may whisper to you today, carrying a frequency of this gentle shift, are 6, like the harmony of the lovers in their highest expression, 19, a sum of completion and new beginnings, 31, speaking of creative joy, 43, a vibration of steady progress, 55, a master number of expansive change, and 67, pointing towards intuitive wisdom. Hold them not as demands, but as soft echoes of the universe's song. When we turn to the tender realm of love, dear Taurus, the energies are indeed potent. That Lover's card, in its reversed aspect, suggests, as we touched upon, a period of navigating some inner confusion, perhaps a choice that weighs upon your heart, or the lingering echo of a past connection. Your intuition, that deep inner knowing, is your most faithful guide here. Trust its subtle nudges. Yet shining through this is the radiant promise of the Empress, whispering of a love that is profoundly nurturing, deeply caring, and wonderfully abundant. If you are in a partnership, expect a deepening, a blossoming of your connection into something even more resonant and harmonious. If your heart is open and seeking, be aware, for a love that is both powerful and tender, someone ready to build a lasting sanctuary with you could be drawing near. The Knight of Pentacles reassures that even if romance unfolds with a gentle pace, what is being built is strong, loyal, and true. And always, the Hanged Man encourages that reflective pause, ensuring your heart's choices stem from clarity, not haste, before you step into the profound emotional joy promised by the Ten of Cups, a joy that may arrive in an unexpected conversation, a gesture that melts your heart, bringing a wave of pure contentment. In your work and worldly endeavors, the Wheel of Fortune heralds significant and positive movement. Opportunities may begin to flow towards you, perhaps a new door opening, a project reaching a triumphant fruition. The energy is ripe for expansion, so keep your heart open. But remember the wisdom of the Knight of Pentacles. True success is cultivated through consistent, heartfelt effort. Your steady dedication is the key. If a pause is presented by the Hanged Man, see it as a chance to refine your vision, to ensure your path aligns with your soul's deepest calling. And through it all, the Empress showers your efforts with the golden light of abundance, promising that your creative contributions will be recognized and rewarded, leading to that deep satisfaction of the Ten of Cups, where your work not only sustains you, but also fills you with a profound sense of joy and appreciation. Considering your health and sacred well-being, the Hanged Man gently invites a loving reassessment of your routines. Are there tender adjustments you can make, habits that no longer serve your vitality? This is a call to deepen your self-care, to listen to your body's wisdom. The Empress brings her healing touch, reminding you that your body is designed to thrive when nourished with love, wholesome foods, and restorative movement. As the Wheel of Fortune turns, bringing change, be mindful to manage any accompanying stress with gentle practices that ground and center you. The Knight of Pentacles encourages consistency in these loving acts of self-care, knowing that small, steady efforts create lasting vitality, leading to the harmonious well-being mirrored in the Ten of Cups. And for your family, your tribe, those you hold dear, the Wheel of Fortune suggests a beautiful, healing shift in dynamics. If there has been unspoken tension, now is a time for resolution, perhaps through an unexpected heart-to-heart or news that draws you all closer. The Empress amplifies this, with her nurturing grace, your acts of kindness, your words of love will deeply strengthen these precious bonds. If the Hanged Man brings a moment of miscommunication, use it as an invitation to clarify, to listen with an open heart. For the Ten of Cups promises a wave of peace, joy, and profound emotional connection to flow through your home, perhaps in shared laughter, a quiet celebration, or simply a deepening sense of belonging and unconditional love. In your connections today, you may find a particular resonance with souls who share your appreciation for stability and gentle presence, perhaps those touched by Virgo or Capricorn's earthy wisdom, or the deep emotional currents of Cancer or Pisces. And the color that might feel like a soft embrace for your spirit today is green, the hue of new growth, of the Earth's healing breath, of the abundance promised by the Empress. Let it remind you of the life force that flows through you and all around you. And if there is one whisper to carry with you through this day, let it be this: I trust the sacred unfolding, for the universe is gently, lovingly guiding me towards a truth more beautiful than I can yet see. Thank you, dear Taurus, for allowing these words to touch your heart. Remember, the stars, the whispers of the universe, they illuminate the path, but it is your own courageous heart, your own steady feet, that walk it, that make it sacred. If this message has resonated within you, if it has brought a moment of peace, of recognition, or even a gentle tear, I would be so deeply moved to hear from you. Your words, your shared journey, can become a beacon of light for another soul, perhaps another Taurus, who is also navigating their path. Your story matters, and if you feel called to continue receiving these whispers, these gentle messages of healing and inspiration, perhaps consider subscribing as a quiet way of saying, yes, I choose to walk this path of awakening with an open heart. For who knows, in sharing this light, you might become the unforeseen miracle in someone else's life, a silent blessing carried on the wind. Until we meet again, in those sacred moments when the universe knows your heart needs to hear, I am here and you are never, ever alone. Keep shining, dear Taurus. Keep tending to that beautiful, steadfast light within you.